Hello and good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Kamusta kayong lahat? And welcome sa isa na namang Usapang Pera live stream dito sa ating YouTube channel, Facebook page, and also sa Kumu. So magandang hapon sa inyong lahat and I hope you're all doing well. Of course, binabati ko kayo ng magandang hapon ngayong Sabado and yan, sandali lang sa mga first-timers na manonood itong live stream natin, so welcome, welcome. And I hope ay marami kayong matutunan ngayong hapon. So sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, ayan, pakilala muna tayo. Teka lang Naku, medyo nagahang yung system ko. Hala, yan. Check natin. Hmm. Yan. Guys, okay ba yung aking internet connection or medyo choppy? Pa-comment naman please kung okay. Ayan. Feeling ko uy, si Randall nandito. Sige. Sige. So anyway, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo ngayong hapon. Hindi ko lang alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa system ko, bakit ayaw pumasok nung ating pangalan. But in any case, ako nga pala si Fitz Villafuerte and I am a registered financial planner. Ayan, yan na lang pakita natin. And welcome sa Usapang Pera dito sa ating Facebook page, YouTube channel, and also sa Kumu. Ayan. Oh, sabi ni Aris, okay naman daw. Ah, okay. So may delay lang. Nakikita ko nga. Yan. So anyway, magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Of course, ang ating gagawin ngayong hapon ay ang ating regular program. Yan, regular program talaga, which is meron tayo yung ating tatlong segments, which is yung quotable quotes, yung topic of the day, and yung ating Q&A. So mamaya sa Q&A, pwede nyo itanong yung mga questions niyo about personal finance, business, insurance, investments. And sa mga nandito, of course, you are watching live sa YouTube channel natin, sa youtube.com/ready to be rich YT. And yung mga nasa Facebook, ayan, hello sa inyong lahat. You are watching sa facebook.com/ready to be rich. And sa Kumu, ang ating username ay @bradfit. So pwede nyo rin akong mapanood sa Kumu. So I hope naku, maraming salamat Dilag 2020 sa pinadala mong virtual gift. And of course, sa mga nanonood sa YouTube, pwede tayo magpadala ng super chat at super sticker. So, before anything else, let me just say hello sa mga nandito. Uh, Magandang hapon sa iyo, si Kimbert from Bacolod City. And of course, si Lyra, nandito rin, from Dumaguete City. Ayan. Nako, si Paulo. Teka, bakit nandun pa rin yung pangalan ko? Tanggalin muna natin yung pangalan ko. Ayan. So, si Lyra from Dumaguete City ay nanonood din. Si Paulo, good day din sa'yo. Yan. And then si Corky from Metro Manila. So, kamusta tayo, Corky? Mag-curfew na naman tayo dito sa NCR. Nako. So, hello din kay Trish at saka kay Des. Ayan. Hi, Sir Fitz daw, sabi ni Des. Hello din sa'yo. Si J. Martin, hello. And good afternoon, everyone. Mayroon din tayong nanonood from Kuala Lumpur, si Carmi. And ito, special shout out kay Randel. Hello, Kuya Randel. Kuya talaga. So, hello din sa iyo, Randel. And kay Dino Duterte, kay Lynn. Ayan, good afternoon din sa iyo. Kay Aris, kay Trish. Ayan. Thank you, Trish. Mukhang nag-ano ka, naga may mention ka ng mga friends mo para i-invite na manood ngayong hapon. So, naku, maraming salamat. Si Mark James, nandito rin. So, good afternoon sa iyo, Mark James. Si Bats, na nanonood from Saudi, all right, from Riyadh. And then si Single Bells, ayan, good afternoon, Sir Fitz, watching from Katbalogan, Samar. Oy, kamusta kayo dyan sa Katbalogan? I hope ay okay naman kayo. Hindi, sa Kalbayog pala yung nangyari na no? Na uh, incident doon sa mayor. But in any case, I hope you're all doing well. So, hello din kay Akang Leo at saka kay The Engineer Trader. Hello. Ayan, isang mahabang hello. Hello. So anyway, ayan. ayaw lumabas. So may delay yung ating system but I hope mamaya-maya ay okay na. So pa-shoutout daw sabi ni John Paul Cruz. So hello, shoutout sa iyo, John Paul. And si Lynn ay nanonood from Carigar, Leyte. Alright. So si Leia who is watching from Hong Kong. Nako, ano tayo, no, marami tayong watchers ngayon. Ilan ba? Sino natin? Oh, 60,000 na tayo. Nako, so hello sa inyo lahat. Si Trish ay nanonood from Dubai. Okay? Yan. So, I hope you're all ready to learn this afternoon. So, meron tayong topic of the day which is about ano nga bang prepare ko na topic of the day? Bigla ko nakalimutan. About business. So sa mga nagbabalak na magtayo ng negosyo, abangan niyo yung topic of the day natin mamaya. And of course with that, simulan na natin 'to para pag Q&A kaagad tayo. Alam ko yun yung favorite nyo na portion nitong ginagawa nating live stream eh. But of course, ang first na gagawin natin ay ang quotable quotes. Teka lang, tatanggalin natin tong comment ni Trish. All right. So let's proceed sa ating first segment which is yung ating quotable quotes. Hello and good afternoon sa inyong lahat and welcome sa ating quotable quotes. For this afternoon, I am going to share with you a quote from Marisa Mayer. So, I don't know kung kilala niyo siya, but she used to be the CEO of Yahoo. But she's now an entrepreneur, an investor, and meron din siyang mga tech startups. And I really liked what she said here. I always did something I was a little not ready to do. I think that's how you grow. So para sa akin, napaka-meaningful nitong sinabi ni Miss Mayer kasi para sa akin, isa siya sa mga signs ng mayroong growth mindset. So, meron tayong mga quotes na na-share dati about going out of our comfort zone. And syempre, maganda yung meron tayong lakas ng loob na gumawa ng mga bagay na alam natin na medyo hindi natin kayang gawin pero we are willing to learn and we're willing to improve ourselves to be able to accomplish those things. Kasi that's how you experience growth. Sabi nga ni Marisa Mayer, I think that's how you grow. And that's exactly the key to being able to improve yourself as a person. So katulad nitong ating live stream, of course, sa mga nanonood sa atin ever since, I think I started late 2019, mga around October, November. And you can see na ano no, malaki na rin yung na-improve ng ating live stream. Umayos na rin yung ating connection, yung ating presentation. And sometimes, of course, meron pa rin tayong mga shortcomings. But in general, we are improving. Of course, the key to progress is focusing on being better than who you were yesterday. So baby steps. But in general, there will always be a time that we will have to go out of our comfort zone, have the courage to do something that we are not entirely sure if we can do it. But as Marisa Mayer said, I always did something I was a little not ready to do. I think that's how you grow. And from my life, na-realize ko na sobrang hirap hintayin yung right moment. And sometimes hindi din talaga dumadating yung kung saan masasabi mong handang-handa ka na. There will always be self-doubt na kaya ko ba 'to or ready na ba ako? And it doesn't really matter because sometimes yung mga hindi mo alam or yung mga doubtful ka na hindi mo kayang gawin, eventually when you take the first step and when you start moving forward, doon mo siya matututunan, doon mo madi-discover. And of course, yung mga nagda-doubt ka kung kaya mo bang gawin, hindi mo madi-discover kung kaya mo ba talaga unless i-try mo siya. So, hindi ako confident sa sarili ko dati na kaya ko mag-live stream. Actually, kaya rin late yung pag-create ko ng YouTube channel because I didn't really saw myself or I didn't really see myself as someone na nagvi-video. Kasi I am really a writer. Mas na-express ko ng maayos sa sarili ko pag nagsusulat ako. But I think I have to I had to adapt because a lot of people are consuming videos. So sabi ko, sige, mag-start tayo ng YouTube channel at hindi lang talaga YouTube videos or video blogging ang ginawa ko. But nag-live stream talaga ako, 'di ba? Kung saan napaka-candid at napaka-spontaneous nitong ginagawa natin. But it is really and it has been a big learning experience for me and I'm really glad that you're here and ano yun, sinasamahan niyo ako dito sa pagla-live stream ko and based from what you've been telling me ay you're grateful because may mga natututunan tayo. So this is something that I am also applying sa sarili ko na pag may mga bagay na parang sa tingin ko ay makakatulong sa akin as a person, I always try to muster the courage to try it. So I always did something I was a little not ready to do. I think that's how you grow. Ang sinabi ni Marisa Mayer, who is actually one of the most interesting persons that I've read about online. So I hope you like yung shinare natin na quotable quotes for today and uh, I hope that you can also apply this sa inyong buhay. Right? So that's our quotable quotes for today. Nako, maraming salamat sa mga patuloy na nanonood nandito pa rin. And gusto ko tong comment ni Leon, no? Sabi niya, Sir Fitz, how do you encourage someone to get out of their comfort zone? Para sa akin, the best way is to be a role model para sa kanila. Minsan natatakot sila kasi feeling nila hindi nila makukuha yung approval or hindi sila makakakuha ng support from other people. And sometimes the best way to encourage them is to show them that ikaw mismo, you go out of your comfort zone and then you show them na it isn't that bad if you fail and it's always a learning experience, no? Kahit na mag-fail ka dun sa sinusubukan mo, there are still lessons na makukuha. So it was not a total waste of time. Ang isa sa mga pwede ko maibigay na example, I have a friend who always wanted to start his own podcast pero hindi siya confident sa sarili niya. So ang ginawa ko, gagawa ko ng sarili kong podcast. Tingnan mo kung hindi. Gagawa ko ng sarili kong podcast, pag-aaralan ko tapos kung meron kang gustong itanong at meron kang mga doubts sa sarili mo, then you can just ask me and masasagot ko siya kasi I am trying to learn also from experience. And after a couple of months, so sinabi ko sa kanya, "Oh, start ka na rin ng podcast mo." And true enough, nag-start din siya ng sarili niyang podcast because I was fortunately able to inspire him because I myself went out of my comfort zone to show him na it isn't that bad. So siguro yun yung masasuggest ko sa iyo, Leon. Not necessarily the same thing, but alam mo yon, constantly showing that friend of yours na hindi end of the world kapag mag-fail ka dun sa pinupursu mo outside yung comfort zone, then they will have more motivation and more courage to also do that. No? So yun na. Naku, maraming salamat sa comment mo, Leon. Ayan. So, with that, let's proceed sa ating, ay hindi pa wala muna. So, we'll proceed sa ating topic of the day. But before that, let's take a quick break. Nabanggit ko na rin lang yung podcast kanina. So, ito, let's listen to this. Hello, everyone. I would like to invite you to please check out and listen to my podcast. The title of my podcast is The 80%. Meron tayong official website which you can find at the80percentpodcast.com. Pero pwede nyo rin siyang i-search at pakinggan sa Google Podcast, sa Apple Podcast, sa Spotify, and all the other podcast platforms out there. Ang podcast natin, it's all about the mindset. It's all about learning good financial habits para maging financially successful. So I hope you check it out. Again, the title is The 80%. Thank you and hope you will be a listener soon. Alright, so welcome back sa Usapang Pera and let's proceed sa ating topic of the day. Hello and welcome sa ating topic of the day. And before we proceed, gusto kong mag-thank you kay Kathleen Savellana na nagpadala ng Carlito Clap at saka yung virtual gift na wow sa Kumu. So, hello Ate Udeng. Ayan, batiin muna natin yung mga nandito at kay Dayan Galimba na nanalo ng Financial Fitness Forum tickets. So, o nga pala, let me remind everyone na yung mga nanalo last week ng tickets sa Financial Fitness Forum at saka yung mga hindi ko pa na-announce na nanalo doon sa mga team replay. Lalabas yung list mamayang gabi, but in any case, I will also email you kung paano nyo makiklaim yung inyong tickets sa Financial Fitness Forum. And also, meron tayong 10 winners ng tickets sa raffle natin sa podcast, yung mga sumagot nung ating survey. But I was given confirmation na meron pang additional na 10 tickets na pwede akong ipamigay. So in-extend ko yung ating survey dun sa podcast and there will be an additional 10 winners ng ticket sa Financial Fitness Forum. So if you want to participate in the raffle sa podcast, then you have to listen to the latest episode of my podcast. And related to that, may tinatanong si Engineer Tader, just wondering what is the reason behind the name The 80%. So kaya The 80% yung title ng aking podcast is because it was inspired by the quote from Dave Ramsey na financial success is 80% behavior and 20% head knowledge. So alam natin na importante mag-save, alam natin na importante mag-invest, pero bakit karamihan pa rin sa atin hindi nakakapag-save at hindi nakakapag-invest? So, it's not really the lack of knowledge, but it's really managing our financial behavior, being able to have the financial discipline. Yun yung kulang pagdating sa karamihan ng tao kaya hindi sila nagiging financially successful. Meron akong kilala na talagang kaya niyang i-explain kung paano ang stock market, ano ang stock market, etc. Pero hindi siya nag-iinvest sa stock market because nauunahan pa rin siya ng takot, meron pa rin siyang self-doubt. So yung podcast ko na The 80%, I focus more on the 80%, which is having the right mindset, being able to learn the proper behavior, and nurturing good financial habits. So paano mo uh, matututunan yung kulang sa karamihan sa atin na 80%, which is learning the financial discipline to be able to achieve success sa ating pagpapalago ng pera. So yun, kaya most of my episodes, I dwell into the psychology and I discuss mga behavioral economics and mga behavioral finance na topics, no? So, yun, I hope you try to listen to the 80% podcast kasi I try to segregate my content online, no, para hindi naman paulit-ulit yung dinidiscuss natin. So, I know that a lot of you, and of course, thank you, karamihan sa inyo, you watch my live stream, you also listen to my podcast, and you also read my blog. So I try to vary yung ating content every now and then para marami tayong natututunan. Okay? At saka hindi kayo nagsasawa sa akin. So yun. Okay. So sabi ni engineer, akala niya Pareto principle na 80-20% rule. Well, partly pwede mo rin masabi na Pareto principle din 'yon, but it's really the inspiration was really from the quote of Dave Ramsey. So anyway, ayun. So let's proceed sa ating topic of the day. Yeah. So our topic for today is about the business model canvas. And a lot of people have been asking me na, "Sir, paano ba magtayo ng negosyo? Ano bang magandang negosyo ngayon?" And meron kasi akong business idea, hindi ko alam kung paano sisimulan. So, ang advice ko is you can create or write your own business plan, but of course, minsan nakakatamad or nakaka-overwhelm ang magsulat ng isang business plan. So as an alternative to creating or writing a business plan, you can actually start with creating a business model canvas. And maganda itong exercise para magkaroon kayo ng better view of the business that you're planning to put up. So ano ba tong business model canvas? Medyo lalakihan natin kasi may mga illustration tayo. Ayan. So the business model canvas is a tabular representation of your business plan. Okay? So napaka-importante, of course, ang meron tayong business plan because that serves as our blueprint when we are already putting up the business. Mahirap kasi yung step by step iniisip mo, anong gagawin ko next? Ano yung gagawin ko next? So mas maganda meron na tayong plano, meron na tayong to-do list, and the business plan is that's the use of a business plan. Meron tayong step-by-step guide na kung paano natin itatayo yung negosyo natin. But again, one of the reasons why we procrastinate is because we tend to be overwhelmed of the tasks that are in front of us. So, pag sinasabihan ko yung ibang tao na magsulat ka ng business plan, nako, biglang magkakaroon ng konting katamaran kasi nga nakaka-overwhelm. And yung business model canvas, that's one of the best ways for you to start or take that first step into developing your business plan, because this is just a simple tabular representation of your business plan. And it gives you a good overview of the business that you are trying to build. So ano ba tong business model canvas na to? So this is the business model canvas. A lot of tech startups, they use the lean canvas. So I actually like the lean canvas better. But we'll probably discuss that in the future. Ang foundation din naman talaga ng lean canvas is itong business model canvas. So kung mapapansin nyo itong business model canvas, marami siyang parts. So we will discuss each of these parts. But the best way to explain this to you is to use it with an example. So let's say that we are trying to put up a home-based custom cake business. So usong-uso ito nung pandemic, may mga kilala ako na nagtayo ng nagbenta ng ubi cheese pandesal, may mga kilala ko nagbenta ng kung ano-anong mga baked goodies, etc. So, let's just say that you're planning to put up your own home-based custom cake business. The business model canvas, ang pinagsisimulan mo talaga diyan is yung pinakakanan. Ako, doon ako nagsisimula talaga, which is yung customer segments. So, I always tell people when you're putting up a business, you have to define sino ba yung mga customers mo. So, you fill out yung customer segments. So, for this type of business, you're probably trying to get yung mga young, engaged couples para sa kanilang wedding cake. So, sila yung target market mo. And siguro yung mga parents of young kids kasi sila naman yung mga nagbe-birthday celebration. So primarily, ang naisip ko na produkto diyan ay mga custom cakes na maganda siguro pang birthday, pang debut, and saka pang wedding. So ilagay mo kung sino yung ideal customer mo, hindi lang basta-basta male or female or old or young. Mas maganda, the more descriptive you are with your customer segment, the better. After nyan, you have to also define yung value proposition mo. So, ibig sabihin, ano yung ibebenta mo sa kanila? Ano yung solusyon na ibibigay mo dun sa target market mo? Okay? So, ito yung nasa gitna. So, cakes for weddings and birthdays with a wide range of custom designs. So, ang problema na gusto mong i-solve is siyempre yung mga young engaged couples at saka yung mga parents, gusto nila napaka-special ng celebration nila nung kasal nila or yung birthday ng anak nila. And one of the ways to make the celebration special is to have a custom designed cake. Hindi lang yung basa-basa cake na binili sa isang cake shop. Siyempre, hindi masyadong unique yon, parang hindi masyadong special. So, yun yung yun yung gusto mong i-provide na value dito sa mga target customers mo. A wide range of custom designs. Pwede mo pa sabihin sa kanila kung ano yung gusto mong concept, kayang-kaya nating gawin yan. Okay? So the next part of filling up your business model canvas is to fill up yung channels, which is yung nasa gitna. Basically, sa channels, you are going to now think, ito na isipin mo, paano mo ma-reach yung target customers mo. Okay? So, kaya kong gumawa ng mga custom cake designs. Paano ko ngayon masasabi dun sa mga target customers ko na, hey, nandito ako, meron akong business. So, this is basically thinking about your initial marketing strategies, and nilagay ko dito, probably I can distribute flyers, pwede akong gumawa ng Facebook ads, siguro. Pwede rin akong mag-cold calls, magtatawag-tawag ako sa telepono. So, bahala kayo kung ano. Ngayon, meron din tayong customer relationships, yung nasa taas ng channels. Ibig sabihin nito ay who will reach out to them. Ito kasi pwede nating, especially if you're putting up a business na medyo malaki, hindi lang siya single prop, no? You have to ask yourself, okay, ano yung composition ng aking sales team? Kung home-based business lang to and it's a business that you're putting up with your family, this is just an example. Pwedeng ako yung magbe-bake, yung kapatid ko, siya yung i-assign ko sa pagfo-flyer. Tapos yung isa kong pinsan, since magaling siya sa Facebook, siya yung pagde-designin ko ng mga banner ads, siya yung papagawan ko ng Facebook page ko, etc. So basically, you will put up yung iyong sales team, sales and marketing team dito. Kaya siya nasa isang same column kasi yung customer relationship, sila yung mga tao na mag-execute nung sales and marketing mo through the channels na i-define mo dun sa baba. Okay? So if we are going to visualize itong yung right part ng business model canvas, it's basically yung produkto mo, yung value proposition mo, sino yung dadaanan niya at saan siya dadaan para makarating siya sa customer mo. Kaya siya merong arrow. Okay? So that's basically the first part of the business model canvas. Now, we go to the operation part. So, of course, by this time, we can now define ano ba yung mga revenue streams natin. Saan ba tayo kikita? Aside from the cake sales, naisip natin na pwede rin tayong maningil dun sa custom design fees. So meron tayong probably portfolio na ito yung mga regular designs natin, pero kung medyo napaka-unique nung gusto mong cake, nako pwede akong maningil ng custom design fee, di ba? So kung medyo maarte yung client na gusto may out of the ordinary na design yung nire-request, of course pwede tayong maningil ng custom design fees aside from the profit from selling the cake itself. Okay? So, doon na tayo sa left part ng business model canvas. Isa sa mga kailangan mo ring i-define ay yung key resources. Ibig sabihin nitong key resources, ano ba yung mga kailangan mong i-prepare before ka mag-start ng business? Ano yung mga equipment na kailangan mo? Ano yung mga kailangan mong i-prepare? Siyempre, naisip ko kailangan mo ng portfolio. So, kailangan mong mag-picture ng kailangan mong gumawa muna ng mga sample designs. Although may mga kilala ako, naghahanap na lang sa internet ng picture eh. Tapos, yun muna yung binibigay nilang portfolio nila habang wala pa sila talaga actual na nagiging customers. But in any case, dito mo rin i-define na kailangan ko bang bumili ng oven or okay muna yung meron ako ngayon, kailangan ko bang bumili ng mixer, etc. So basically, everything that you need to start a business, i-define mo sa key resources. Next is yung key activities, which is basically yung mga tasks na kailangan mo in preparing for the business. Ano yung mga kailangan mong i-prepare? Siyempre, yung recipes, yung portfolio, yung sales strategies, etc. Lastly, meron tayong key partners. Ibig sabihin, ito ngayon yung mga kailangan nating kontakin at kailangan nating hanapin before tayo makapag-start ng business. Ibig sabihin, sino yung magiging supplier natin ng ingredients? At naisip natin nung isa sa mga marketing strategies natin, siguro makikipag-partner tayo sa mga wedding coordinators. So we can already put that sa ating key partners na gagawa tayong listahan ng mga wedding coordinators na kokontakin natin na probably pwede tayong makipag-partner. Tapos, siyempre, target mo rin na mag-provide ng mga birthday cakes. So, siguro, pwede kang mag-reach out sa mga school admins and then, alam mo yon, bigyan mo sila ng opportunity na, ma'am, baka may refer kayo na magulang na magbe-birthday yung anak. So, pag may na-refer kayo, bibigyan kayo ng commission for your referral. So, you can reach out also sa local media, di ba? So, yung key partners, of course, these are people na kailangan mong i-build or ito yung listahan na kailangan mong i-build because these people, you need to reach out to them to be able to do the key activities that you have before you open your business so that you will be able to create your products or the value proposition that you have for your business. So tuloy-tuloy yan from your key partners, makapag-prepare ka, makikreate mo yung products mo, and then you have your sales team and your sales and marketing strategies para ma-deliver mo yung iyong produkto sa mga customers mo. So, by this, you can now more or less visualize how the business will run, and with that, you can now estimate ano ba yung magiging costs of running the business. So, very important ito, especially if you're trying to raise money or raise capital dun sa negosyo mo. May mga kilala kasi ako, ini-estimate lang, o kailangan ko ng 1 million para dito sa negosyo na to. Para sa akin, that comes much later. When you have the business model canvas, you will have a more accurate estimate of the business capital that you need. And then once you have that, then you can definitely go to the step na mag-raise ka na ng funds. Pwede mo nang tingnan na meron ba ako enough capital? If not, saan ako pwedeng kumuha ng capital? Pwede ba ako mag-loan? Pwede ba ako kumuha ng business partner? Or pwede akong kumuha ng investor? So yung pera or yung capital sa negosyo, it comes much later. And I recommend that you do that after you are able to create your business model canvas and write your business plan. Kasi yung pagsusulat ng business plan at pag-create ng business model canvas, wala naman masyadong kailangan na pera dito, no? At the very least, research lang ang kailangan mo, very minimal. And para sa akin, I encourage you to do this because it will really help you see kung itong negosyo na 'to ba ay merong promise, 'no, or meron siyang potential, at kung itong negosyo na 'to ba ay something that you will really be excited to run. Kasi may mga kilala ako na excited sa isang business idea, pero kapag pumunta na sila dun sa part na inaasikaso nila yung detalye nung negosyo, medyo nawawalan ng motivation, nawawalan ng encouragement. And, this is actually a good way to test that. Kasi kung yung paggawa pa lang ng business model canvas at pagsusulat pa lang ng business plan ay medyo tinatamad ka na, what more kapag sinimulan mo na yung negosyo, 'di ba? Mas mahirap 'yon when you're already running the business. So, that's the overview of the business model canvas. I hope nakatulong ito sa inyo, lalo na sa mga nagbabalak na magtayo ng bagong negosyo ngayon. So, that's our topic of the day, and I hope you learned something new. Okay. Okay ba tayo? Ayan. So, teka lang ah. Okay. So with that, let's just take another break and then we can now proceed sa ating Q&A. Hello everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to check
Nahihirapan
out
yung ating
Etoro. Etoro
system.
is my trusted multi-asset broker kung saan doon ako nag-i-invest at nagtitrade ng US stock market, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and all the other securities and assets na available around the world. Mga ETFs sa ibang bansa, commodities, oil, gold, etc. Pero ang pinakagusto kong feature ng eToro ay yung copy trader. Kasi yung copy trader, it allows me to copy other popular investors and professional traders on the platform automatically. So parang passive investing yung nangyayari. You can create an account now by going to bit.ly/open etoro100 and you can get a $100,000 virtual practice account. Kung medyo high-tech ka, you can scan the QR code that you're seeing on the screen. That's it. Thank you for listening and I hope to see you on eToro. Okay, let's go to our Q&A. Ayan, dali lang. Ayaw mag-play nung stinger natin. Gusto ko pa naman siya mag-play. But any case, ayan. Alright, so welcome sa ating Q&A. And pasensya na, no, medyo biglang nagloloko na naman yung internet connection ko. But in any case, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating live stream. So, sino ba yun? Binabasa ko yung mga reactions nyo doon sa ating topic of the day. Mukhang wala namang, wala namang kailangan na sagutin kagad. But in any case, ito. So sabi ni Carl Bismarck, very nice, my good friend. Thank you for the topic. It's a great help for us who wants to start a business. So you're welcome, Carl. And sabi din ni Leo, Sir, any tips po para sa business cash flow management? Ano specifically yung gusto mong malaman pagdating sa business cash flow management? But what I always tell people is magsimula kayo sa personal finance ninyo. Kasi kung yung sarili nyong pera ay nahihirapan kayong i-manage, what more yung pera ng negosyo mo, 'di ba? Kung hindi mo kayang i-manage yung mga sarili mong gastos and di paano na kapag meron ka ng negosyo, baka hindi mo rin makontrol or ma-manage yung mga gastos ng negosyo mo. Okay? So, sa akin, very important talaga na pag-aralan natin yung personal finance natin because if you know how to manage your own money, then it will be easier to apply the same principles when you start your own business. Alright? So, sige, puntahan natin yung mga naunang nagtanong sa atin. Ito si Kimbert. Sabi ni Kimbert, tanong lang po about sa PSE. Ngayon na volatile ang market at pang long-term investment at growth ang hinahanap ko. Anong stocks ang may growth potential kahit na pandemic? So, nasagot natin to sa Wealth Archi live stream natin and sinabi natin doon na maganda yung mga holdings, mga holding companies like JG Summit, Ayala Corporation. And personally, I also recommended yung mga stocks or yung mga companies na consumer sector like yung may mga groceries like Pure Gold and pagkain, consumables like sa URC, no? So yun yung ating suggestion dun sa Wealth Archi live stream natin, Kimbert. Um, Tanong din ni Kimbert, is dito a good long-term investment ngayon na may rollout na sila sa Mindanao at Visayas? PLDT at Globe ang investment ko ngayon at gusto ko pang dagdagan. So, meron tayong video na sinagot natin 'tong tanong na 'to, is dito a good long-term investment? So siyempre yung mga Ditonatics na nagalit sa atin do'n kasi hindi natin sinagot ng diretso yung tanong, and hindi ko rin 'to sasagutin sa'yo ng diretso kung good or bad long-term investment ba ang dito. Dahil meron akong criteria na ginagamit kung okay ba for a long-term investment ang isang company. At kasama sa criteria na hinahanap ko ay yung kanilang, earnings. So siyempre itong dito hindi pa nagsisimula ng operation, wala pang earnings. Therefore, hindi ko siya masasabi kung good siya for long-term investment. The best that I could tell you is hindi siya kasama sa consideration ko for long-term investments because kulang yung data ko sa kanya. Okay? So siguro after a year or after 2 or 3 years, kapag meron na tayo clear experience dun sa business niya at meron na ring mga lumabas na mga earnings report nandito, then we can probably give you a more straightforward answer kung good ba siya for long-term investment or not. Okay? So sabi, last question ni Kimbert is, ano po ang mga stocks na matatawag na pandemic resilient? Yung mga consumers, yan, mga pandemic resilient yan, yung mga pagkain, kasi syempre lahat tayo nag-grocery. Tapos mga utilities, kasi kahit na pandemic, syempre kailangan pa rin natin ng kuryente, ng tubig, and especially internet. So yung mga power companies at saka yung mga telecommunication, tech companies, tsaka yung mga food and food industry companies. Mga pandemic resilient yan. Alright? So, next question tayo. Ito. Tanong ni Dino Duterte, good day. There are tons of get a VUL ads and social posts in online and social media. Oh, maraming nagpo-promote ng VUL, di ba? What should I prioritize, VUL or car insurance? I always use my vehicle at work. Thank you very much. So, para sa akin, napaka-importante ng financial protection. And since you always use your vehicle, it makes sense na meron kang car insurance. Pero sino ba yung gumagamit nung kotse? Ikaw. So dapat ikaw din meron kang insurance. So if I will choose between the two, I will choose life insurance. However, I will not necessarily choose a VUL. I will probably get a term insurance. Kasi yung term insurance, yun yung pinaka-affordable na type of insurance. Plus, kung medyo kapos tayo sa budget, at least yun hindi masyadong maapektuhan yung ating cash flow. Now, after getting term insurance, term life insurance, so naka-insure na tayo, then let's see if we can now get car insurance because ang pagkuha naman kasi ng car insurance is also a form of financial protection na just in case na maaksidente tayo, hindi natin kailangang gumastos ng malaki para sa pagpapagawa ng kotse. So, I hope malinaw yung sagot ko, no, na yes, ginagamit mo yung kotse mo araw-araw, pero ikaw yung gumagamit araw-araw. So, mas importante yung buhay mo kaysa dun sa masisira sa kotse mo pag naaksidente ka. So, unahin natin yung life insurance, not particularly VUL. I would say na the reason why you are asking this is probably because medyo kapos yung budget mo and you can only afford siguro only one product. Kaya ang sinasuggest ko ay get term life insurance, and then if you have excess budget, then get car insurance. So I hope malinaw yung sagot ko and I hope you are able to find value dun sa answer ko, Dino. Of course, sa mga nakikinig sa atin, I always emphasize that personal finance is personal. So yung mga binibigay ko sa inyong advice, these are all based on a lot of assumptions, mga generic situation. Ngayon, kung gusto nyong i-discuss yung specific situation nyo kasi hindi natin alam, for example, si Dino ay single person na wala naman siyang financial dependence, then probably it will make sense na hindi na kumuha ng life insurance, no? Pwedeng car insurance yung unahin niya. But of course, sa panahon ngayon, karamihan ng mga nagtatrabaho ay merong sinusuportahan. Kaya inassume ko na si Dino ay isang breadwinner kaya kailangan niya ng term life insurance. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na personal finance is personal. Depende talaga sa situation ninyo. Ang binibigay natin dito ay mga basic advice, basic financial advice with general assumptions dun sa situation nung nagtatanong. Okay? Next question tayo. Sino ba? Sabi ni John Paul Cruz, hello Sir Fitz, tanong ko lang po, ano ang mas okay, copy trading or mutual funds for long term po? Thank you. Kung long term as in mga 5-10 years, I would say mutual funds mas maganda. Kasi at least yung mutual funds, hindi mo na kailangan masyadong i-monitor. Kahit na once a year or twice a year lang, okay na, no? Unlike yung copy trading, I always tell people na dapat mino-monitor nyo every now and then, at least once a week or at least twice a month, no? Yung copy trading. So, ang advice ko is you can do copy trading, tapos yung kinikita mo sa copy trading, pwede mo siyang i-invest sa mutual. Okay? So, nagbi nagfi-flicker yung ating ano 'no, yung video. I hope okay pa rin kahit na gano'n. So, I hope okay pa rin naman yung boses ko kahit so, aayusin natin. Okay. So, sabi ni Troy Tayaba, good day po. I am the person who do regular checkup every week. What should I prioritize, HMO or VUL? My insurance agents recommend VUL, but honestly, I am skeptical about this agent's script. Okay, so Troy, ikaw rin lang yung makakasagot niyan. Ano ba yung kailangan mo? And ang basic financial principle ko kasi is it's important to learn how to save. It's important to be able to build an emergency fund first. Ngayon, if you have financial dependence, it's important to have life insurance. Ngayon, kung medyo kapos ang budget mo, mas maganda meron kang term life insurance na lang. Aside from that, as part of your financial protection, dapat meron ka ding HMO and health insurance. Ibig sabihin, meron kang short-term healthcare and then long-term healthcare. Lastly, kung okay na yung financial protection mo, that's when you can start investing for your future or preparing for your future through investing. Alright? So, ako, pagdating sa financial fund. So, let's assume na meron ka ng emergency fund na naipon and you're now thinking kung ano bang unahin ko, life insurance or short-term healthcare. Ako, mas importante sa akin yung HMO kasi mas madalas tayong magkakasakit, okay? Mas madalas natin 'tong magagamit. Ako mismo, sa loob ng isang taon siguro mga 4-5 times akong pupunta sa doktor kasi kahit na parang napakasimple lang nung nararamdaman ko, basta medyo hindi hindi okay yung pakiramdam ko, hindi na ako self-medicate, hindi na ako nagse-second guess. I immediately go to the doctor for consultation kasi libre naman dahil meron akong HMO. So, I would say na unahin mo yung HMO after your emergency fund. Ngayon, kung ikaw ay breadwinner, then of course, importante na meron ka ring life insurance. So, kung okay ka na do'n, it's time for you to invest. So, you can now invest directly sa mutual funds or stock market, depende kung ano yung financial goals mo. So, pagdating do'n sa tanong mo na what should I prioritize, HMO or VUL, I would say na HMO ang mas importante sa akin. Kahit na meron kang regular check-up na libre, iba pa rin yung may HMO kasi usually ang HMO covered din diyan yung emergency room services. Kunwari, knock on wood, naaksidente ka. Nangyari na rin sa akin 'yan several times na natapilok ako or na nauntog ako. Alam mo 'yun, mga minor accidents but still, ah, concerning pa rin siya kasi katulad nung nauntog ako medyo malakas. Baka mamaya may alam mo yun, may concussion ako. So, I had to go to the emergency room just to have myself checked. Tapos yung natapilok ako, namaga kaagad yung ankle ko. So, dinala ko na rin sa doktor kasi total naman, libre rin naman yun kasi cover siya ng HMO. So, alam mo yun, mas madalas gamit yung HMO sa uli na mas magandang unahin siya. Okay? So, yun yung sagot ko sa'yo, Troy Tayaba. So, I hope you're learning this afternoon and pasensya na kung medyo pangit yung ating video quality. Nako, I hope maayos to soon. Ano 'no, for the past few weeks 'no, nakaka-frustrate din, eh, 'no, na hindi gano'n kaganda yung ating internet connection. But I hope and when I watch yung ating live stream, yung mga recorded, okay naman yung audio. So, in any case, I hope that you are still learning kahit na hindi maganda yung video natin. So, anyway, sige, let's continue. One more question before we take a break. Ayan, naku, hello sa mga nanonood ngayon. Ayan, nandun ako sa part na puro hello at saka hi yung mga comments na nakikita ko. Yun, sige. Ito, sabi ni Lyra, I'm planning to invest in Flint and Etoro in this first semester. Okay? For Etoro, sir, is it okay to invest and leave it there and wait for it to grow? Kasi with my multiple side hustles, no time na po to check from time to time. Pwede, make sure na yung kokopyahin mo sa eToro, sa copy trader, ay nakalagay din sa profile nila na long-term investment sila. And iba kasi ang definition ko ng long-term investment sa eToro. Pag sinabi nung tao na long-term investment siya, mga 2 to 3 years. So, from my own definition, mga short to medium term investment siya. Pero kasi yung mga nasa eToro, long-term investment ang tawag nila sa mga 2 years na hold. And I would say na you can check out yung mga recommended ko na popular investor kasi ang mindset ko talaga doon are these are people na pwede nating long-term investment. So definitely pwede mo silang kopyahin. As an alternative, Lyra, puwede ka ring bumili ng mga index sa eToro, yung mga ETF na fina-follow yung S&P 500, yung Nasdaq, et cetera. Kasi okey din sila na iwanan for the long term. Ngayon yung sinasabi ko ngayong long term na puwede silang iwanan ng mga 2 to 3 years. Okay, so definitely puwedeng-puwede 'yan. And in fact, gano'n yung ginagawa ko dahil ako rin mismo, marami rin akong ginagawa. Kaya ayoko rin masyadong, laging sinisilip yung eToro account ko 'no. I usually check my eToro account, um, twice a month. Titignan ko lang kung ano na yung status niya. Tapos 'pag may nakita akong okey na yung profit, the usual strategy, I stop copying and then I copy again. So gano'n lang yung ginagawa ko. Ah, Very rare, siguro last month lang nagkaroon ng opportunity to trade yung cryptocurrencies at saka yung GameStop. But, in regular times or in normal days, ano lang din yun, passive lang din yung ginagawa ko sa eToro. So, good luck sa iyo, Lyra. If you need more guidance, you can definitely just email me and I can give you more tips. But, of course, nandito ba yung ating, wala, no? So, bit.ly/ano ba yun, copy trader. Ay, hindi. Ano, meron pala tayong break tungkol dun 'no, yung copy trader list. Sige. So, yun yung sagot natin sa'yo, Lyra. And para dun sa mga recommended ko na puwede mong kopyahin, let's watch this commercial. May commercial talaga, okey. Hello everyone, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to check out my eToro copy trader recommendations. Kung meron na kayong account sa eToro pero hindi nyo alam kung sino ba yung okay or magaling na kopyahin para sa copy trader, then pwede kayong pumunta sa website ko. Pwede kayong pumunta sa bit.ly/copytraderetoro at makikita nyo yung listahan ko ng mga popular investors na nire-recommend ko na kopyahin. I hope makatulong ito para palakihin ang inyong portfolio at kumita kayo sa eToro. That's it. Thank you for listening. Alright, so welcome back sa ating Usapang Pera live stream, and we're now sa ito no, nasa Q&A tayo ngayon, and maraming salamat sa mga nagtatanong. So let's proceed. Sabi ni Kabayan Love, Sir Fitz, even long-term investor ako sa stock market. Do I need to sell my stocks if there are signs of a market crash, then just buy again when there is a sign of reversal? So yes, okay lang gawin, pero hindi siya necessary. So, I know people na talagang gusto mag-take profit kung magkakaroon ng kung nakikita nila na bumababa yung stocks 'no or yung stock market. Okay lang siya gawin, but remember to buy again kapag meron ng reversal. May mga kilala kasi ako, nag-take profit tapos biglang ginastos yung pera, hindi na naibalik, hindi na ulit ininvest. Ngayon may mga kilala rin ako na masyadong busy sa negosyo, masyadong busy sa mga ibang bagay, sa trabaho. Katulad last year ng pandemic na bumagsak, hindi nila namalayan na bumaba pala ng ganong kababa. Sinabi ko sa kanila, okay lang din na hindi mo siya gawin. So para sa akin, optional ito. If you have the time to monitor and you have the financial discipline na i-invest pa rin yung mga na tinake profit mo, then go ahead and do it, kabayan loves, no? So ako, if there's an opportunity na pag may nakita ko na mukhang mayroong signs na magkakaroon ng stock market crash, I don't want to say crash, but I see that the stock market is going down. I usually take profit dun sa mga mutual funds, not necessarily sa stocks, but yung mga mutual funds ko. And then pag meron na siyang reversal or meron ng signs of that it is recovering, of course yung tinake profit ko, binibili ko ulit dun sa pinambibili ko ulit ng shares ng mutual fund. Plus, if I have extra money, I buy more of the shares dun sa stock market nung mga pang long-term investment ko. Na-gets mo kabayan 'no? So, hindi ko masyadong ginagalaw yung stocks ko, yung mutual fund yung medyo ginaganyan ko. So, of course, kanya-kanya tayong preference. Ako, yun lang yung mas preferred ko. So, okay siya gawin pero it's not a necessity lalo na sa mga nanonood ngayon na baka isipin niyo na, dapat pala gano'n. Hindi. Hindi siya hindi siya necessary or hindi siya required gawin. But if you have the time and the skills to monitor the market, it's okay to do it 'no, yung mag-time. Okay. Ayan, nasagot ko na pala 'to kanina. Sabi ni Lyra, mayroon siyang second question. Gusto ko po mag-start ng podcast but I don't know how to start and I'm not that confident. Somehow scared ako kasi listeners might not like my content. May reg fee or membership po ba? Wala. Ah, it's easy to start a podcast and pwede kang walang cash out. Ang marerecommend ko sa mga gusto mag-start ng podcast is you can use your cellphone. Ako yun yung first 3 episodes ko, cellphone lang yung gamit ko, yung voice memo. Mag-record na kayo ng episodes ninyo. Tapos, pwede nyo akong i-email. Bibigyan ko kayo ng guide. And probably I can write about it sa blog ko soon. But for those who are interested in creating their own podcast, wala kayong cash out dito. Kailangan nyo lang, ano yun, gawin niya, i-record nyo na yung mga episodes ninyo. Tapos, i-email nyo ako. So, ito. Ayan. Papakita ka natin yung email. Ayan. So, email nyo ako, readytobereach@gmail.com. Tapos, bibigyan ko kayo ng link na very comprehensive and very user-friendly na guide on how to create your own podcast. Kaya dumadami yung mga podcast na Pinoy ngayon kasi siya, hindi niyo kailangan ng cash out para mag-create ng podcast. Plus, I will also give you yung tips kung paano niyo ma-monetize yung podcast ninyo. Alright? So, yun. So, looking forward, Lyra, sa iyong podcast and sa iyong email. Email mo ako, Lyra, tapos tulungan kita. Okay? So, sabi ni third question ni Lyra, how to start up your YouTube channel na pwede po ma-monetize? Meron po bang guidelines to follow or you can just create an account and post a video? Then if more views, YouTube will pay you. So, ang basic ng YouTube monetization is you have to get 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers first. And then you also need 4,000 minutes na views. 4,000 minutes ba or 4,000 hours? Nako, hindi ko na maalala. So, teka lang. YouTube monetization requirements 2021. Ginugol ko na. 4,000 hours in the last 12 months. Okay? So, pakita na lang natin to. Siyempre, si leanworlds.com. So, ito pala, meron palang official 7 ways to monetize. Hindi. Ito na lang. YouTube Partner Program Overview and Eligibility. So, you have to create your anyone can create their own channel. Tapos, you have to follow itong minimum eligibility requirements. So, share natin para sa mga interested din na gumawa ng sarili nilang YouTube channel. Yan, ilabas natin. Yeah. Okay, ito. So minimum eligibility, kailangan mong i-follow yung kanilang monetization policies. I-highlight natin para makita nyo. So syempre hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng videos about violence, about etc. Okay? Tapos you should live in a country or region where the YouTube Partner Program is available. So of course, kung nasa Pilipinas ka, eligible ka kasi we are covered by the YouTube Partner Program. Ito yung medyo challenging to be able to get 4,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months. So 4,000 public hours. So kailangan maraming nanonood or manunood ng videos mo. Tapos you should have 1,000 subscribers. Ngayon, kapag nakuha mo na itong 4,000 hours at saka 1,000 subscribers, you can actually apply for an AdSense account. Tapos yung AdSense account, of course, yan na yung automatic na yan na mai-implement sa YouTube channel mo and sila na yung bahalang maghanap ng ads para sa iyo. Okay? So medyo challenging mag-monetize ng YouTube channel but if you have good content and you are able to, alam mo yun, actually isang viral video lang, makukuha mo yung 4,000 na public watch hours. Tapos once na maging eligible ka, tuloy-tuloy na yon, no? So, good luck, Lyra. Since balak mo rin mag-podcast, I would say na pwede mo kasi siyang gawing 2-in-1. May mga kilala ako na gumagawa ng YouTube channel, tapos yung YouTube nila, it's really about yung conversation nila with a friend or sila mismo, they're talking about a specific subject matter. Tapos yung audio, ina-upload nila as a podcast episode. So may mga ganon, no? May mga iba na ginagamit nila yung YouTube para mag-live stream katulad ko. Tapos nag-i-interview sila ng mga tao. Tapos yung interview nila, ina-upload nila as a podcast episode also. So sa panahon ngayon, marami tayong pwedeng i-repurpose na content. So lahat ng mga channels na pwede nating pagkakitaan, pwede natin siyang gawan ng paraan na alam mo yun, connected sila lahat so that we won't we will find it easier to create content and be able to make money from the content that we are creating, Lyra. So yun. So good luck din, Lyra. Sabihan mo ko kung ano yung uunahin mo, kung YouTube channel ba or podcast. So mas mahirap i-monetize ang YouTube channel pero mas malaki ang potential na kita. Mas madali mag-produce ng podcast at mas madali ding mag-monetize ng podcast. Pero mahirap kumuha ng listeners ng podcast. Yun yung nakita kong challenge ng mga podcasters na kakausap ko. But somehow it is still a growing industry or a growing content in the Philippines. So there's still a lot of opportunities sa podcasting sa Pilipinas. All right. Ayan, yung sa mga interested na mag-create ng podcast, i-email nyo ako tapos bibigyan ko kayo ng guide. So no cash out yung pag-create ng podcast na ituturo ko sa inyo. Okay? So sabi ni Carl Bismarck, nice learning podcast, my friend. Very educating, more power. I like your topic. Nako, thank you din, Carl. So sabi ni Den Polan, hi Sir Fitz, hi po sa lahat. Happy Saturday po sa inyong lahat. Okay. So, sabi ni RV, "Good afternoon, Sir Fitz. Akala ko wala today na late ako." Oo nga, kasi hindi ako nag-ano 'no, hindi ako nag-post sa IG story na may live stream. Nakalimutan ko din mag-post kasi busy ako kahapon. But, naalala kong mag-schedule nung Thursday naman. So, yun. Anyway, puwede naman tayong manood ng ano, ng replay. And again, na-announce ko 'to kaninang nung start, yung mga sumali dun sa ating giveaway last week, tapos yung mga sumali sa raffle na team replay for the tickets of the Financial Fitness Forum, I will announce the complete list of winners sa blog ko, mamayang gabi. But you don't really have to check my blog kasi i-email ko din kayo ng instructions on how to claim the ticket. Ngayon, nagpa-raffle din tayo sa podcast at isasama ko rin yung 10 nanalo dun sa podcast raffle ko dun sa list natin na ilalabas mamayang gabi. However, nabigyan pa ako ng additional 10 free tickets na pwede nating ipamigay sa podcast. So, check out yung aking last episode sa podcast. Meron akong instructions doon kung paano kayo makakasali sa raffle kasi I will be giving out 10 additional tickets dun sa mga 10 additional tickets dun sa sasagot nung aking survey sa podcast. And you have until Wednesday, I believe so, no, hanggang March 17 to join yung raffle for the extra tickets ng Financial Fitness Forum. All right. Tapos yung mga nanonood sa Wealth Archie dito, magkakaroon kami ng quiz night sa March 18. Yung live stream namin sa Thursday, March 18, ay trivia night. Tapos ang alam ko, ang pamimigay ni Renzi ay yung Financial Fitness Forum tickets din. Alright? So, yon. Sabi ni Kenneth Lane, "Hi, Sir Fitz." Wala palang Fitz. Hi, Sir lang. "Do you think it's possible to pursue being an RFP while running a business?" Yes, of course. Maraming RFP ang may mga kanya-kanya ding mga negosyo. For example, ako, although I work as an RFP and I have a financial planning firm, which is yung Wealth Archie, I also have other businesses, both online and offline. So, isa sa mga online business ko is yung 199jobs.com. So, that's something that I actually manage. And then, I also have a digital marketing agency na maliit lang but it still takes up some of my time. And also, I do some personal speaking engagements. So, marami tayong ginagawa offline. Pero meron pa rin tayong panahon na magtrabaho as a registered financial planner. And in fact, yun nga, I'm also running yung Wealth Archie. I'm one of the directors of that. So, kayang-kaya. May mga kilala akong RFP na may mga negosyo na hindi hindi related sa finance. Meron akong kilalang RFP na merong coffee shop. Ah, so ilagay niyo sa comments kung kilala niyo 'yon, 'no? So, nagtitinda siya ng mga ng coffee at saka ng tea, et cetera, 'no? Pero RFP siya. He works as well, marami namang halos puro lalaki naman din kasi yung mga RFP. Pero 'yun, ah, meron siyang sideline business ng, agriculture and, food, 'no? So, kayang-kaya yan, puwedeng-puwede basta marunong ka ng time management. Actually, time and energy management, which is siguro I'll talk about that. Inisip ko rin yan, yung time and energy management. Kasi sa generation daw ngayon, marami na tayong gustong gawin, pero how do we find the time to do everything? So, ang principle ko diyan is you cannot do everything, but you can you can manage your time so that uh, you will not feel so exhausted all the time. So, meron tayong time and energy management siguro. Abangan niyo 'yon sa topic of the day natin in the future. Alright? Sabi ni Lala Lopez de Leon, "You would need to apply for a business permit kahit home-based, right?" Um, Not right away. Ayan. So, bibigyan ko kayo guys ng tip, no? Kasi, according to DTI, kapag sideline business or racket pa lang, it's not really mandatory to to get a business permit. Ang, ang threshold ng isang racket or sideline business is kapag umabot na ng 200,000 ang kinita mo, then it now becomes mandatory na i-register mo siya as a business. So kung pa-racket-racket ka pa lang, buy and sell, alam mo 'yun, ano lang siya, subok pa lang, hindi ka pa required na kumuha ng business permit. Pero if you want an exact parameter to check, kapag kumita ka na ng 200,000, ayan, i-register mo siya, kailangan mo na siyang i-register as a business. I'm not sure kung 200,000 pa rin, kasi yung 200,000 that was like 6 or 7 years ago, but I think it's still the same. Yan. Ito, nasagot na natin yan. Next, sabi ni Leo, medyo nahihirapan po kasi ako magpaikot ng pera. Ah, para sa akin, unang-una, ilagay mo muna yung pera mo sa mga lugar na madali mong ma-monitor. So, kunwari, kung 4 ang iyong bangko, siguro mas maganda i-consolidate mo muna sila sa 2 bangko lang muna, 'di ba? So once everything is in place, you have to ask yourself, ano ba yung goal mo? Ano ba yung gusto mong gawin or anong gusto mong mangyari? And then yun muna yung gawin mo, doon ka muna mag-focus. Kasi I understand yung feeling na gusto mong paikutin yung pera. Kasi ang nangyayari diyan, lahat na nakikita mong opportunity to make money, gina-grab mo. And ang ending niyan, sobrang dami na nila, nakaka-overwhelm, tapos malilito ka na. And that happened to me once, and that's when I realized na, teka, stop muna, hinga muna tayo, ayusin muna natin yung pera natin. And dun ko na-realize na meron akong sobrang daming bank accounts, so I closed some of them. Do'n ko rin na-realize na sobrang dami kong credit cards. So, kinos ko rin yung mga excess and I only maintain 2. Tapos pagdating naman sa investments, kung saan-saan ako naka-invest. So, sabi ko, ano ba dito yung mga hindi naman kumikita, iko-close ko muna. So, once na naayos ko na lahat, then that's when I slowly started na, okay, ano ba yung goal ko? Ano ba yung pinag-iipunan ko? Tapos of all the opportunities that is in front of me, ano yung makakatulong sa akin na ma-achieve yung goal na yon. Tapos, that's also the time that I started na i-create yung Excel ko, yung meron akong Excel file na kung saan nakalagay lahat ng mga income and investment opportunities na pinapasok ko. Tapos, ang ginagawa ko dito, meron akong monthly na monitoring, tapos quarterly evaluation, and then annual evaluation. After a year, pag hindi naging satisfactory yung performance niya, lalo na yung mga income opportunities, ini-stop ko siya. So, alam mo yun, para organized yung mga ginagawa mong activities pagdating sa pagpapaikot ng pera. And you are able to also measure ano yung performance nitong mga iba't ibang pinupursu mo, no? So that you will be able to abandon, not really abandon, or quit yung mga opportunities na hindi naman pala gano'n ka-lucrative or hindi naman pala gano'n kataas yung kinikita mo, and you can focus more dun sa talagang nagbibigay sa'yo ng malaking pera. And nabanggit kanina dito yung Pareto principle, yung 80-20%, 'no? Sabi ni Pareto, 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So, kung meron kang 10 sources of income, usually yung dalawa dun, which is 20%, yun yung pinanggagalingan ng 80% ng kinikita mo. Which means there are 8 other income opportunities na pwede mo na sigurong stop kasi hindi naman siya gano'n ka-efficient mag-create ng income for you. So, yun yung tip ko sa'yo. I hope malinaw yung pagkaka-explain ko kung paano yung ginagawa ko. But this is actually a good problem, di ba? Mas maganda na ang pinoproblema mo ay paano pa iikutin yung pera kesa naman ang problema mo ay kung saan ka kukuha ng pera, di ba? So, Leo, yun yung tip ko sa'yo. I-stop mo muna lahat ng ginagawa mo. You organize yung mga pera mo kung saan ba siya nakalagay, and then slowly start yourself, slowly build your wealth na meron kang monitoring sheet para hindi ka masyadong malito. Okay? Sabi ni Simon Peter Ang, yan. Sir Fitz, mas maganda ba now bumili ng mga madaming stocks like Meralco, Globe, and PLDT habang down pa prices nila? Depende sa goal mo, depende sa financial goal mo. For long-term investment, I would say na yes, magandang bumili nitong mga to. Not just Meralco, Globe, and PLDT, but yung mga blue chip companies in general. Kasi yung Globe and PLDT, of course, they are in the same sector. I would say na pili ka lang ng isa, either Globe or PLDT. And then Meralco is a good candidate kasi nasa powers or utility sector siya. And then I would suggest na dagdagan mo ng consumers or real estate, no? Ayala Land or Pure Gold or URC, no? Or DMCI. So, yes, magandang bumili ng stocks, especially if long-term ang iyong investment horizon. Next, nagsimula na po ang vaccine rollout pero bakit po down pa din ang market? Kasi pataas naman yung cases natin. So, ano pa rin doubtful pa rin yung mga investors, I would say. And also, especially yung mga foreign investors. So, imaginein mo, Leo, no? Uh, let's say you're an American and you want to invest your money in Southeast Asia. So of all the countries in Southeast Asia, saan ka mag-invest? Probably the Philippines will not be your first choice because you'll see that the the cases here are still rising. The economy is still not yet fully opened, 'di ba? So why would you invest in the Philippines? I would probably invest in I would probably take my money to Vietnam, 'di ba? Singapore. Kasi sila ito mga very relaxed na yung kanilang restrictions and then alam mo yon, mas okay na yung kanilang economy, maayos yung kanilang vaccine rollout and they don't have rising cases of COVID-19 anymore, 'di ba? So, yun yung reason kung bakit hindi pa rin umaakit tong market natin kahit na meron tayong vaccine rollout. Alright? Locally naman, siyempre yung mga Pinoy, especially ngayon sa NCR na meron na naman kaming curfew. So, people are holding on to their money. Hawak nila yung pera, hindi nila ini-invest kasi lalo na yung mga tao na talagang hindi pa ganun kalaki yung savings nila. They will not invest that. They will rather keep cash kahit na bagsak ang stock market, di ba? So, yun yung personal opinion ko dyan kung bakit hindi tumataas ang market. Sabi ni Dayan, thank you po, Sir Fitz. Dami ko natutunan today. Sakto, I'm planning to put up a business. Ako, thank you very much. Sabi ni J. Martin, ngayon pa, yung longest time na di pa ma-reach ang PSE index, yung all-time high natin na 9K, down PSE since 2018. Ngayon ba yung longest time na di pa na-reach ng PSE? I'm not sure kung ano yung tanong mo, J. Martin, but I have an idea na tinatanong mo, ito na ba yung pinakamatagal na down ang market? I would say not really. Mas matagal nung 2000, kailan nga ba? 2008, 2009. Basta yung after nung Asian financial crisis, no? Medyo matagal-tagal din yung hinintay, mga 5 or 6 years before nagkaroon ng recovery, no? But kasi, of course, iba naman yung circumstances noon, iba din yung circumstances ngayon. I don't know kung na-recover ang PSE last 2009 and 1998 Asian financial crisis. Teka lang 1998 ba Asian financial crisis? Teka, ang prime mortgage is 2000, oo, tama. Basta yung 2009, I remember yun yung medyo matagal din na nag-recover yung market pero hindi siya masyadong ramdam dahil syempre it was an economic uh, concern or it was an economic crisis. So yung mga tao napaka-ordinary ng life nila, yung mga nasa financial sector lang yung talagang worried, no? So for now, mas malala pa rin noong 2007, 2008. Sabi ni Maria Luisa Chavez, hi Sir Fitz, redundant po ba if you have more than Two mutual funds, say growth, equity, and index funds, investing in long-term with different purposes things. Hindi siya redundant. It's actually a good way to diversify. Pero kung meron kang growth fund, equity fund, pareho yon in a sense na pareho siyang long-term na aggressive growth. But if it's for different financial goals, okay lang. Yung index fund, it's a little bit conservative. Not no, it has less risk than a growth and an equity fund. So expect na yung performance ng index fund will be different from the growth and the equity fund. But hindi siya talaga redundant. It's actually a good way to diversify. I have financial goals na long-term na nakasplit sa magkaibang mutual fund yung pera. Kasi syempre, di ba, a way to diversify. Para sa akin lang, kung mag-i-invest ka sa mga maraming mutual funds, make sure that you are able to monitor all of them. Kasi kung hindi mo rin mamamanage lahat yan, ibig sabihin hindi mo masisilip every now and then, hindi ka na nakakapagbasa ng mga pinapadala sa yung market status report kasi importante din yun kasi may mga recommendations minsan yun for the investor. So kung nawawalan ka ng oras sa basahin lahat sila, then you're probably already over-diversified. But as long as you are able to manage all of it, okay lang. And I don't want to say it's redundant. It's actually financially smart because you are diversified. All right? Sir, may update na po ba? May app ang Flint. Wala pa rin akong balita sa Flint kung kailan sila mag-launch ng app. Personally speaking, feeling ko matatagalan pa. Okay? So, feeling ko lang. Okay? So, hindi natin alam. Baka mamaya gulatin tayo. Katulad nung ginawa ni PDAX, di ba? Ginulat tayo, bigla silang may app. Sige. Oy, 5:24 na pala. So, malapit na tayo magtapos. Sir, paano po maklaim yung ticket naman na panaluhan? Via email lang po ba, Sir Fitz? Thank you po. Always tuning ako sa FB Live and podcast mo. Ragna, magsisend ako ng email mamayang gabi. Nandun yung instructions kung paano nyo makukuha yung ticket ninyo. Okay? So, pasensya na natagalan, no? Umabot tayo ng 1 linggo. Kasi medyo busy din kasi yung RFP and hindi kagad na disburse, tama ba? Na disburse. O hindi kagad na disburse sa amin yung aming code to claim the free tickets. So, kailan ko ba nakuha? Wednesday yata o Tuesday night ko lang nakuha. So, doon ko pa lang talaga na-organize. But hintayin nyo yung email ko mamayang gabi. Mamaya-maya. After dinner. Okay? So, one last commercial tayo before tayo mag-end. Ayan. So, ito. I think hindi ko pa ito napapakita. Hello everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to check out Flint Philippines or Flint PH. Ano ba tong Flint PH na to? Well, they're the country's first tech-enabled crowdfunding investment platform kung saan pwede kang mag-invest sa mga real estate properties in the Philippines for as low as 1,000 pesos. Flint PH is open to anyone at any time, maski sa mga Filipinos na based in other countries. Pwedeng mag-open ng account dito. You can sign up now and get your free account by scanning the QR code that you're seeing on the screen or pwede rin kayong pumunta sa URL na nakikita nyo sa bit.ly/FlintPH. That's it and thank you for listening. So merong nagtanong dito, no? Asan nga ba yan? Sabi ni Dr. Baker, hello Sir Fitz, how to watch your podcast po? So, ang podcast, it's an audio content. So, pwede natin tong pakinggan sa Apple Podcast or sa Spotify, no? Kung meron kang Spotify, pwede mo siyang pwede mo siyang i-search sa Spotify account mo and hanapin mo lang yung the 80%. So, i-share natin to, no? So, ito, no? Ayan, the 80% yung title niya. So, pakinggan mo yung last episode natin, yung PFS 2021, The Importance of Personal Finance. Nandun yung link kung paano ka makakasali dun sa raffle natin sa podcast for the Financial Fitness Forum tickets. Of course, if you don't have a Spotify account, you can also listen to it through Google Podcast and Apple Podcast. So meron tayong website which is the 80percentpodcast.com. Ayan, so meron link papunta sa Apple Podcast, sa Google Podcast, mga libre na podcast listening apps kung saan pwede nyo pakinggan yung aking podcast. Puro podcast na lang sinabi natin. Okay? So, I prefer sa Spotify. Ayan. Kasi may mayroong charts sa Spotify and I was hoping na rank sa top podcast apps, no? Sa top podcasts in the Philippines. Papakita natin. Okay. Yeah, sige nga. Before we end, magkwentuhan muna tayo. Sige, ito. Manny Barlaw, any thoughts on the coming Double Dragon IPO, yung DDMP na REIT, no? I would say na okay siya for long-term investment. But as always, katulad nung nangyari sa e-REIT, let's be careful in buying the IPO kasi that is the area of traders. So maraming mga stock market traders ang bibili or magbebenta ng DDMP, no? Yung Double Dragon REIT kasi an IPO is always an opportunity for traders to make money. Ngayon, if you're an investor, you're planning to buy and hold this for the long term, I would say na okay siya. Optimistic yung yung outlook ko for long-term investment. Alright? So, yun yung thoughts ko sa Double Dragon. Bibili ba ako niyan? Hindi. Bakit ako hindi bibili? Kasi mas gusto kong mag-ipon ng shares ng ARIT kesa sa DDMP, kesa sa Double Dragon. Okay? So, sabi ni Felipe, "Hi Sir Fitz, newbie po ako pero nag-try na ako sa DDMP REIT through bank March 23, konti pa lang. Knowledge sa investors, okay po bang ituloy? Thanks po." Yes, okay naman 'yan. So as I mentioned kanina before I read your question, okay ang DDMP for long-term investment. Pero kailangan medyo malakas lang ang loob mo at huwag kang magpapanik sa mga dadating na mga linggo kasi nga paglalaruan pa yan ng mga traders. So, just hold on to it, no? Hang on. And just like yung ARIT, 'di ba? Sino ba mga bumili dito ng ARIT last year, no? So, 'di ba, bumagsak siya, bagsak siya. Tapos since ako, meron akong long-term investment horizon sa kanya, mas bumili ako nung bumagsak. Kasi alam ko, eventually aakyat siya. Tapos ngayon, di ba, umakyat na siya. So yun, ganun lang. So just be patient with it, Felipe. Okay, ano ba yung kikwento ko? Ayun, magsishare nga pala ako. So siguro, before we end, kwentuhan muna tayo. Kwentuhan talaga. So ako, guys, I actually prefer na sa sa Spotify kayo manood kasi makinig ng podcast. Tanggalin na natin yung Q&A kasi na tayo. Yan, usapang pera. Bakit? Kasi sa podcast, sa Spotify, ayan, meron kasing top podcast. Tapos ito, marami kayong pwedeng pakinggan. Merong podcast led by women kasi 'di ba, Women's Month, so meron silang focus sa mga podcast na mga babae yung host, no? So meron tayong top podcast. Tapos, itong podcast charts na 'to, nung tiningnan ko 'to, I think number something ako, number 103. So, gusto ko sanang makapasok sa top 100. So, ayan, i-down muna natin. So, ilan ba 'to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 times 7, 15 times 7, 105. So ito tayo guys, oh. Pang 105 tayo. Gusto ko sanang pumasok sa top 100. Ayan. So sino ba yung mga top podcast dito sa Pilipinas? So unang-una si Inka. I don't know kung kilala si Inka. Meron siyang ah, sleeping hindi. Oo, sleeping podcast, sleepcast. Ibig sabihin podcast na pakikinggan mo para makatulog ka, ayan. Tapos si Chris and Slater Young, tama 'no? Yung kanilang Sky Podcast. Tapos siyempre yung mga millennials and Gen Z na maraming problema sa kanilang love life, pinapakinggan yung Boiling Waters, ayan. Mga top podcast in the Philippines. Of course, yung podcast ni Joyce, Joyce Springs, yung Adulting with Joyce. Tapos yung podcast ni Antoinette Hadaone and Juan Miguel Severo na Ang Walang Kwentang Podcast. So kung mapansin nyo, medyo mahilig sa love talaga yung mga Pinoy. So, kasi karamihan ng mga nakikinig ng podcast, mga millennials and Gen Z. So, I hope mas magkaroon din ng opportunities yung mga educational podcast katulad ko na alam mo yun, mag-rank din sa Philippines for podcasting. Isa sa mga sino ba yung mga ito yung kay Will Dasovich, no? I listened to him. O maganda tong podcast niya. And then uh, of course, we are part of Podcast Network Asia. So ito kay Coach Laika, yan, yung kay Laika yung Get Hired na pinakikinggan ko din yan. Tapos yung kay Doc Gia na Walwal Sesh about relationships din. Yan. So anyway, so check out podcasting kasi it's a new way to learn. Hindi. It's not really a new way to learn kasi 2000 kailan ba? 2007 nakikinig na ako ng podcast. It's a way of learning na ngayon pa lang nadi-discover ng karamihan ng mga Pinoy. So, check it out. And of course, punta kayo sa podcast ko, The 80%, i-search nyo. Currently, top 105. Tapos, i-click nyo yung follow, no? I-follow nyo ako dito. Tapos, makikita nyo rito yung mga episodes ko. I already have 60 episodes. I am coming up with the episode 61 on Monday. So kung gusto niyo malaman kung bakit the 80% ang title niya, meron akong trailer dito na inexplain ko kung ano yung origins ng aking title, bakit the 80% yung title niya. All right? So yun, kung naghahanap kayo ng mga interview, may mga interviews ako dito. Si Salve, si Efren, na-interview ko na rito and all other people, no? So yun, ang ating promotion ng podcast and a little bit of kwento. Napaka-konyo naman, a little bit of kwento. So anyway, that's it. Sabi ni Dr. Baker, Sir, when you buy additional shares po ba for any stock, dapat po ba laging yun, naging unstable daw yung ating internet connection. So anyway, so Sir, when you buy additional shares po ba for any stock, dapat po ba laging more than 8K? Hindi siya required. Recommended lang yan para masulit mo yung kakaltas sa'yo ng mga transaction fees, no? Kaya may 8K rule sa stocks. Pero kung hindi mo talaga kaya yung 8K, okay lang. It's not the end of the world. Yung 8K na yan, mas conscious yung mga stock traders sa 8K rule. Bakit? Kasi para sa kanila, yung difference, yung maliit na difference sa transaction fees and taxes, malaking bagay yon dahil nagtitrade sila kasi napaka-frequent ng kanilang trading activities. Pero for long-term investors, kunwari you're investing 5,000 pesos per month for the long term, nagpe-peso cost averaging ka, it doesn't really matter that much. Don't stop yourself from investing just because hindi mo kayang abutin yung 8K. So, kunwari, you can only afford 5,000 pesos per month, okay lang. Pero, well, actually, ang i-recommend ko, gawin mong 10,000 pesos every 2 months. No? But again, it's not required. It's just a recommendation. If you're an investor, it's not really that big of a deal. All right? So, yun yung masasabi ko sa iyo, Dr. Baker. So sabi ni Madjan, "Hi Fitz, I love your podcast. I'm learning a lot from you and your kwentos." Hehe, Janice. Nako, maraming maraming salamat, Janice. No? So yun na. Okay na tayo kasi time na para mag-exercise. O, kasi, di ba guys, kung nung naikwento ko, I started it last year. Pagdating ng mga around 5, dyan tayo nagja-jogging, no? Or tumatakbo. So, dapat ang live stream natin 4 to 5 lang, pero for the past weeks, nag-extend din tayo ng 30 minutes, so 1 hour and 30 minutes. So, yun, 5:30 na, lampas na, kailangan ko ng tumakbo. And maraming maraming salamat again sa mga nanood sa atin. Ako nga pala ulit, si Fitz Villafuerte, ang inyong registered financial planner. Invite ko ulit kayo na mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, youtube.com/readytoberich. Check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/readytoberich. And then, ang ating Twitter account ay @BradFits. Ngayon, kung meron kayong Clubhouse, medyo madalas din akong tumambay sa Clubhouse ngayon. @BradFits din yung username ko doon. And of course, sa Kumu, @BradFits din ang ating username sa Kumu. So maraming maraming salamat sa mga nagpadala ng virtual gifts sa Kumu. Yan. And then, ito, bigyan ko ng preview. Preview talaga. By April, magre-rebrand tayo. Relax. Magre-rebrand talaga. So, abangan nyo yun, no? So, we have another live stream. Ang next na live stream natin ay sa March 20. So, March 20 ang next live stream natin, Sabado ulit. Sa March 27, wala tayong live stream kasi Financial Fitness Forum na yon. So, magsiskip tayo ng isang linggo. Tapos, ang next na live stream natin ay April 3, which is Black Saturday. And it's something that I want to ask you guys. Gusto niyo bang mag-live stream ako ng April 3, Black Saturday? So, pag-isipan niyo yung sagot, tapos tatanungin ko kayo next week sa live stream natin. Okay? So, yun. Kasi baka mamaya nagbabakasyon kayo, gusto niyo magpahinga. And ako naman, feeling ko nasa bahay lang din ako ng April 3. So, pwede tayong mag-live stream ng April 3. Just in case na manunood kayo. Kasi kung hindi naman kayo makakapanood ng April 3, April 10 na tayo magla-live stream, di ba? So, 2 linggo nyo ako hindi makikita. So, yun. Anyway, maraming maraming salamat ulit sa mga nanood and I hope may natutunan kayong bago. So, kita-kita ulit tayo next week, Saturday, 4 p.m. as always, dito sa ating Usapang Pera live stream. At abangan nyo sa April, magre-rebrand tayo. And yun lang. Okay, bye-bye. Good afternoon. Have a great weekend.